Mark, the season's drawing to a close. How would we assess it from a club point of view?
I think it's been a good year. Obviously, we all got a bit excited January, February when the team turned on that bit of form over the New Year period and the Christmas period, culminated in that tremendous win at Pompey. So we all got a little carried away then, I think, fans and club alike. But I think it's been a solid season back in the division. Started off slowly, few injuries, maybe a little bit of a, what are we doing in this division, getting used to it. So on the field, the guys have just, continued to grow, and they've finished with a solid season. It's finished a little bit disappointingly, let's be honest. Some of the results just of late have not been the best, but overall I think it's been a really solid year on the field. Off the field, we've continued to grow, the fan base grows, selling out the home areas, pretty much most games. Evening games are still a bit of a challenge, and I think that's industry wide. Commercial activities grown, retail's grown, so it's been a really solid year on and off the field and sets us up well for next season.
Off the pitch, this is always a busy time of year with lots of planning taking place and things like that. We also went on sale with season cards a few weeks ago. How are we going sales wise with those?
Yeah, it's slightly, you can't compare quite like for like, but at the moment, if we take it on number of days that we've been on sale, we're well ahead of last year, well on target to achieve our ambitions, which is to sell 4,500 and then we'll put a cap on it, which is slightly less than last year, but we've taken that decision to help us with cash flow and to help generate additional revenue through match day ticket sales. So the response has been really good. Seems to have been less administrative headaches for both supporters and the ticket office and reception this season. So the response has been excellent, and I think we're well on course for another really good year season card wise. We've made a decision of late because again, more fans generated a 5% discount by attending the amount of games last year, or this season that's just ended. So slightly more than anticipated. So from an admin point of view, that's put a bit of strain on the ticket office. So as a result of that, we've decided just to extend the deadline through to for another couple of weeks through to the 17th of May. We've also listened to a little bit of fan feedback that we've had over the last couple of weeks that it would help a number of fans if we'd extended the deadline. So tying both those things together, we've extended the deadline, but sales have been really, really good.
We've seen a couple of fans on social media speaking about the age demographic of our fan base, and is the age of our average fan coming down and things like that. Is there anything you can say about that?
Yeah, certainly the data would show that we are getting a slightly younger fan base. I mean, I'm looking at not only from the average age, which is still well over 40, but again, that's most clubs have that. But looking at the number of season cards that have come through in terms of under 11s and under 18s, from the data that we can show over the past 2 or 3 seasons, there's been a real growth in those areas, and we've seen that in the South Stand, particularly with the introduction of drums this year all around the stadium, which I appreciate may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I don't think anyone can argue that it hasn't added something to the atmosphere at home, because sometimes we can be a little bit quieter at home, and I'd like Brisbane Road to be a bit more intimidating for opposition when they come, in the right way, that is. And so the atmosphere that's been generated by the younger fans coming through, as always happens, the younger fans pick up the baton. They're the ones that like to shout and sing and so forth and create real atmosphere here. So we're really pleased with the way that's moving. Definitely the average age of our supporter is coming down. That's not to say that we're not really grateful to our fans that have followed us for a number of years now and continue to do so. But it's great that we can see another generation of Orient fans coming through, particularly as we don't play in the Premier League, because it's very easy for youngsters to just go and follow the success of the Premier League. So we're doing something right here. I think the team playing great football. I think fans, the environment is good. We're looking to improve that further. So it's really promising to see the amount of younger kids, families and young adults coming through and adding something to the experience.
Away from ticketing, it's also set to be a really busy summer in and around the stadium. Can you just tell us a little bit about what we've got planned?
Yeah, well, on the field, we've got a record number of pitch hires. I mean, the amount of revenue generated by the commercial team has been significant, and all of that is really down to the fact that we've got a much more robust surface that was put down last year and will continue to get better. But But in terms of off the field, I think it's well documented that we're looking to improve the facilities over in the East Stand. We know they're not, I wouldn't say fit for purpose, but they are very antiquated. So this summer, we're doing an awful lot of work, about £500,000 worth of work in the undercroft of the East Stand to make the facilities and the flow of people in the run up to kick-off and particularly at half-time a bit easier. That will also allow us, we hope, to be allowed to sell the full capacity over there, because currently we're only able to sell 85%, which means we're missing out on 400 or 500 people, particularly when the visiting team bring a full complement. We have to sell 400 or 500 seats, go unsold. So that will allow us to improve revenues and experience for everyone involved there. We're also doing some work in the South Stand bar, which we know has been ignored, I think, for a number of years. So we're looking to do some work there to make that a much more vibrant atmosphere and somewhere that people want to come in earlier and stay later. That's basically what we're trying to do and improve the overall match day experience.
And just lastly then, what are your thoughts, your early thoughts ahead of the summer and going into next season?
I think generally we can look forward, we set ourselves a target of becoming an established League One club. The idea was to finish 14th or above. The team have obviously achieved that. On the back of that, the team off the field, yourself, the commercial team, our comms this year has all been massively improved. Our social media continues to grow, so there's a lot of good things happening around here. We're in a great part of London for people to be able to come and watch a game of football and then head off to a variety of places to carry on their enjoying themselves. So I think we want to continue to grow our fan base, continue to look after the fans that come in week after week. Next year we'll look to improve further, and hopefully we'll be pushing up towards those playoffs from the outset next year. It's always tough because the kind of budget that Richie and the guys will have next year, whilst it'll be improved on this year's, and we've already gone through those numbers, it still won't mean it's one of the top 6 budgets. There'll be some big teams in our division next year. It'll be an exciting league, but I think with some astute recruitment and with Richie's guidance and the team he's got, obviously we're going to have to, we wave goodbye to Matt Harold and he goes with our best wishes, and we'll be looking to recruit someone into that very important position supporting Richie. I think we can all look forward really positively to next year. The fan base is growing, the football for the most part has been very good this year, and I'm sure we'll get better. It'll be an exciting year for recruitment. We've got the Hearts game to look forward to, which I know a lot of fans are very interested in. We'll hopefully be able to announce now that Hearts have got their Cup semi-final out of the way, we can now start to motor forward to really make a big event of that. We know that's important to a lot of people at Orient. I think it's something we should be very proud of. So that'll be a great start. And I'm sure in due course we'll announce where the team are going for pre-season, and once again we'll be inviting fans to join us out there and to catch up with the players and to have a chat, and no doubt a quick beer with them or after they've done a whole lot of pre-season training. So I'm looking forward to a really exciting close season, work around the stadium when the fans come back, particularly those over in the East Stand and those that use the South Stand bar. We'll see lots of changes. There'll be a few new faces, no doubt, in the squad, and I think we can look forward to another exciting season.